Hey everyone, welcome back. Let us continue with pattern 8. Before moving on with pattern 8, let me just give you the logic for pattern 7. I hope most of you have solved it, but for those who have not solved it, I'll just give the logic over here. Basically, we need a logic for these prefixed spaces and then the number of stars. Logic for prefixed spaces, it will be same as I if you just write down the table for this as we are doing for all the patterns. The spaces count will be same as I. The logic for star is, it's pretty simple. If you write down the table, all the numbers will be decreasing odd numbers. For that, what we can do is we can have the same logic as pattern 6, that is 2 into I plus 1. Since the numbers are getting decreased, we need to have a bigger number that is subtracting this number. So we can have 2n here, subtract the value of pattern 6. That's it. It's pretty simple. By the way, kudos to whoever solved it by themselves. Now let us continue with pattern 8. This is our pattern 8. Input for this pattern is 7. As always, we'll just convert the given pattern into matrix. Fill out all the spaces. Write down the indices. Table. Row represented by I. We need only the counts of stars. For row 0, how many stars we have? 1 star. For row 1, 2 stars. For row 2, 3 stars. For row 3, 4 stars. For row 4, 3 stars. For row 5, 2 stars. For row 6, just a single star. We need to write a logic for this number of stars. If you observe a pattern here, the number is getting increased until the index n by 2. And then after the index n by 2, which is nothing but after n by 2th row, the numbers are getting decreased. We know for decreasing numbers, we need to subtract something out of 2n or n. And for increasing, we can have I and then addition. As we just now discussed, we can directly write the logic for this as I plus 1. And we know this holds good for all the numbers here. And for this number, we can subtract the value of I from n. Let us check whether this holds good for these numbers or not. We know n is 7, 7 minus 4, 3, 7 minus 5, 2, 7 minus 6, 1. Yes, all the numbers are holding good here. So we can directly write a logic. Row always goes from 0 to n. For stars, we have two logic. For row, lesser than n by 2, lesser than or equal to n by 2, the logic would be I plus 1. For rows greater than n by 2, the logic would be n minus I. We got the logic for stars and row. Let me write down an algorithm for this. For row starts from 0, goes till n, row plus plus. Here we need to have an if condition to check whether the row is lesser than or equal to n by 2 or greater than or equal to n by 2. If it is lesser than or equal to n by 2, we can have a for loop here for printing a stars which starts from 0, goes till I plus 1 star plus plus. Print star without new line character. If row is greater than n by 2, we can have a separate for loop to print the stars. This starts from 0, goes till n minus I and gets incremented. Print star without new line character. After completely printing a row, we need a new line. Close the outer loop. That's it. We are done with this pattern. Let me just go back to IntelliJ and let us try to code it. Public static void pattern 8 n or int row equals 0, row lesser than n, row plus plus. If row is lesser than or equal to n by 2, we need a for loop to print stars. Starts from 0, goes till I plus 1, which is nothing but row plus 1 star plus plus. Print star without new line character. If row is greater than n by 2, write a separate for loop to print the stars that are below n by 2. Star lesser than n minus row star plus plus. Print star without new line character. That's it. We need to have a new line after printing every row. Row loop, then separate for loop for n by 2 lesser than n by 2, and separate for loop for greater than n by 2. Yep, we are good here. Let me just call that method. Pattern 8 of 7. I'm running the program. Yes, it's giving the expected output. That's it for this video. Before closing the video, I want to give two more things. Let me just go back to Notepad. I want you guys to try the same pattern for input n equals 4. If you have watched all my previous pattern videos, you can definitely do it. And also, I want you all to try the pattern 9, which is a mixture of all the left and right triangles. If you have watched my second pattern video, then you already know the answer for this. I have one more pattern for you guys. Pattern 10. and we have solved the similar pattern in this video, which is nothing but pattern 8 plus mirror of pattern 8. Did I draw one extra star? Yes, it is. I hope you will be solving these two patterns as well. With that hope, I'll be closing this video. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.